Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
A question keeps popping up into my head, and I don't really get into anything subjective. I do sort of things like objective and, like you, give a point of view. But here's a serious question. How the hell did Joe Biden win the 2020 presidential election? He is absolutely useless. I'm sorry to say it. Now, some people may disagree with me, like CNN, for example, but this is me being subjective, and I really don't care. I watched his news conference related to what happened in San Francisco, and he was getting questions from the Wall Street Journal and different publications or media outlets, and he just didn't get it. He was sort of like, this is really difficult for me. So way back in 2020, during the COVID years, how come he actually won? Now, I did actually like Donald Trump. Now, some people are going to disagree with me, but I did actually like him. Why? Because I liked him before as a businessman, and he did things in politics in a very simple way that everyone understood. And I do believe he got a lot of things done. For example, he met the North Korean leader. No living president in America has done that. He did some amazing things. But also, yeah, some things did go topsy-turvy, but let's not get into that bit. Joe Biden, so he was asked a question from, I think it was Wall Street Journal, said, do you think Xi Jinping is still a dictator? And he said, yes. And then he mumbled on about something which no one could really understand. And it felt like he was having great difficulty talking or answering the press, and kept on looking at his notes all the time. Absolutely useless. Now, a great speaker, now maybe you liked him, maybe you didn't, was the boyfriend of Monica Lewinsky, Bill Clinton. He was a really great speaker. Now, you may not like his politics, whatever, but how he spoke was wow. I think Joe Biden is over the hill, and I really hope he's not elected in the 2024 election, November, this time basically next year. And I do hope that Donald Trump will get back into power. What I want to show you here, firstly, I want to show you Joe Biden's after the summit conference, and I also want to show you, if I can find it, Xi Jinping's one. First of all, let's have a look at that historic moment of Joe speaking to the press corps.
Mr. President, after today, would you still refer to President Xi as a dictator? This is a term that you used earlier this year.
Well, look, he is. I mean, he's a dictator in the sense that he is the guy who runs a country that is a communist country that is based on a form of government totally different than ours.
Now, this guy, Xi Jinping, he doesn't do press conferences very often, and I don't think he takes any questions. He just reads from a piece of paper, but he is actually quite a good public speaker when it comes to it, but he won't sit down in front of the press and have a Q&A. But this is Xi Jinping after the summit in San Francisco.
不久前，华盛顿国家动物园的3只大熊猫回到中国。我听说很多美国民众，特别是孩子们，依依不舍，专门到动物园去送行。我还了解到啊，圣达哥动物园和加州人民热切期盼大熊猫能重返加州。大熊猫是中美人民的友谊使者，我们愿意继续同美国开展大熊猫保护合作。
So come the election campaign, will Joe be able to keep up with the demand of it for the again, the next year presidential election. I think he's going to have great difficulty mentally and physically. I think it was past his time before he became president of America. How he became president, don't know, don't get it. And you don't see much of the vice president either. I don't know what she's doing. Probably just like hiding her face in shame, near enough. And I'm not too sure how everything runs in the United States as well, related to Donald Trump as well, how he could be. And I hope he is re-elected because he got things done and he can serve another 4-year term, perhaps. Don't know the whole story. I know a lot of my viewers here are Trump supporters, and I know one or two are actually with the Democrat Party, or they a supporter of Joe Biden. But I think not many Democrats actually like their president at the moment because he just, well, in a nutshell, useless. Now, this is me being subjective. You can agree or you can disagree. I'm just putting in, is my air conditioning on? Yes. You can agree or disagree. Hence, this is the power of social media. You can interact and you can put your point of view across. So, in that case of mine, it's just that last press interview. And I know the mainstream media will be mocking him. I know Fox, I know CNN will be saying, well, he was tired. It was a very stressful occasion. Hey, you're president. You are meant to work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, etc. And I think Joe has great difficulty just maintaining that standard. So another year to go before Donald Trump is president-elect once again, and January 2025, hopefully Donald Trump will be standing up on Capitol Hill, swearing the oath on the Bible that he will be president and get things done. Now, Joe, I don't think did anything really. You can, again, give me some comments of what he did do. Again, I don't follow American politics. It's just when I saw this international event, when he was speaking to the world, and it was terrible. Like and subscribe and share if you want to. God bless to all. And it's very close to Thanksgiving as well. So maybe I could do this in the video. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.